guys, Tony here with a new lesson. Today we're going to be looking at a really cool lick, or more of a run, that you can use when you're playing the E chord. Now, you know, I talk a lot about using scales with chords, and I think once you can visualise the scales and different things that surround each chord, it just opens up your world so much more, and you can do so many cool things with the guitar. Alright, today we're going to focus on the E chord. Alright, and we're going to do a little progression using just the E chord and the A chord, so they're the only two chords you need to know. And I'm going to show you a few different ideas you can use to spice this up a little bit. Alright, so we're going to start with the E chord. And what I want you to do is just to strum, then a little slap if you can, right? Just tap the guitar. And then we're going to just play the run, which goes like this. Okay, so let's walk through that. I'm going to take my third finger above 2 on the low E string. Alright, and this is me in shape 3 of the pentatonic scale, right? Where I've got that really easy shape, 2, 4, 2, 4, 2, 4, right? But I'm going to slide into that with my third finger, like this. Alright, so 2 to 4, 2, 4, 2. Alright? Then when I get there, I'm going to take my third finger and I'm going to slide from 4 to 6 on the D. And again, you want to just keep the pressure down there on the string. 4 on the G. Alright. And then I want to come back my third finger to 6 on the G. Slide it back to 4. And then 2, 2 on the D string. Now I'm stopping there because that's the E note, and that just sounds really good to finish there, right? So get that under your fingers first. Alright? So once you've got that done, let's look at the A chord, right? Now we've got a very similar shape there, right? We've got shape 1 of the pentatonic scale. And again, we've got a very similar run that we can use under our fingers. It goes like this. Alright, so we're using shape 1 of the major pentatonic, which is really cool. So anytime you've got this kind of shape here, the A chord shape, you've always got those notes to work with. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to hammer on from 2 to 4 on the D string. Right, got to play the A chord, a little slap. Hammer on from 2 to 4 on the D. And then we're going to get 2, 4, just picking on the G. And then I'm going to slide again with my third finger from 4 to 6. And this time I'm going to take my middle finger to 5 in the B. Alright, so slowly. And then again we're going to take my third finger and slide from 6 to 4 in the G, back again. And this time I'm getting the A note here on the 2nd fret. Alright. So when I combine those two licks together, I've got this. Alright guys, so let's work on spicing that up a little bit. Alright, so we're going to just add a little bit more technique to that, make it a little bit more interesting. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play a little chord progression, and then I'm going to break it down for you nice and slow. Alright, so here goes. So, the first thing that I'm doing here that I want you to take note of is just the way that I'm getting into the E chord, which is pretty cool, right? I'm Doing that, right, which gives a cool, more percussive feel. So all I do is I get the open strings first and I hammer in with my fingers like this, right? Upstroke, and then I slap the guitar. Now it's not too hard to do this. All you need to do is slap, right? Like a trigger. You want your hand to come up and back down, and what happens is you get this low E string hitting off the fretboard. Like that, alright? And then we're going to use that scale again, but we're really breaking it down into smaller licks this time, alright? So, I'm sliding up. That's the first lick, right? Just slide up my third finger from 2 to 4 on the E, and then getting 2 on the A string. Right? And then again. Doing the exact same thing, but from the A string. 2 to 4, and then 2 on the D string. Alright? Okay? Then one more. And this time I'm going to hammer on between 2 and 4. Okay? On the A string, then 2 on the D. Alright, and then I'm going to get 4. And then I'm going to slide up to 6 on the D. And then I'm going to get 4 on the G. Back to 4 from 6, slide back down to 2 on the D, alright? And then I'm going to take my finger again, my third finger on the 4th fret, slide up to 5, back down again to 4, and then 2, 2 on the D string. And that is me getting the blue note of the minor pentatonic, which works just as well when you're playing major as well. It just gives it an extra bluesy kind of sound, alright? So, that lick. Like that, alright? You can play it faster. You can slide in and out like that. Again, you can just make it your own. So let's just break down that whole E part, right? Alright? Now we're going to do a very similar thing in the A chord. Alright? Get the A chord down, up, slap. I'm not hammering into it though, it's too difficult to do it without getting the other strings. Like that. And then I'm going to hammer on 2 to 4 on the D, and then 2 in the G. Alright? Again, down, up, slap. And this time, I'm going to do this double stop slide. Alright? And what I'm doing is I'm sliding up to shape 2 of the pentatonic scale. I've got this little shape here. So I can do this little double stop. Alright? So, again I'm just sliding from 3, I've got my middle finger on 3 in B, my third finger on 4 in the G, and I'm sliding that together, just getting those 2 strings, the G and B, and then 2 on the G. So, the final lick we do in the A chord is very similar to the last one. In the E we just... same thing, alright? So we get the A chord, up, slap, hammer on from 2 to 4, 2 on the G, 4 on the G, slide up to 6, 5 on the B, back again from 6 to 4, and then 2, 2 on the G string. So now I'm going to break down the whole thing nice and slow right from the start. Alright, so it goes like this. that's it. So guys, I hope you enjoyed that. Again, just do your own thing with it. Again, it's a roadmap for you to use these skills and ideas to make it your own and do your own thing. So, yep, take it easy, and I'll see you soon in the next lesson.